Google showcases its AI tool Bard's capability to help with coding, and its CEO also talks about their research partnership with DeepMind. In spite of concerns from lawmakers and activists, Meta announces their plans to open up their social VR space Horizon Worlds to teenagers in US and Canada starting from age 13. Twitter sends out an email saying in order to continue running ads, you either need to have a paid, verified blue checkmark as an individual or be a verified organization. All these news items and much more coming up in this 198th weekly edition of the Connected Church News with me, Natchi Lazarus. Welcome. This is the show that brings you the top 5 digital, social media and Web3 news that you need to know for this week in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. 2 news items from Twitter that you may have to pay attention to. One, especially if you're running ads. Twitter emailed all its users saying that if you want to continue running ads, you need to have either a blue check mark as an individual, or if you're an organization, you need to have a verified organization badge. So something that might impact your advertising strategy. The next announcement is about the changes in their policy terms. Going forward, when Twitter sees a tweet that violates their policy norms, they will add a badge, different types of badges to the tweet, letting the viewer know that this tweet has violated the terms, and they will also restrict the reach. There are a few more details that they've given about how their policies have changed. As ministries, it's important for us to understand when a social media platform changes their policy. The race to dominate the AI space continues in the tech world, with Google making a couple of announcements. One about Google Bard's ability to help with coding. Google says that Bard can help with code generation, code debugging, and explanation. It can even translate your code from one language to another. And there are other details that might be interesting. If you are in the coding space, do check it out. We will link to it in the show notes. The second announcement is about their partnership, especially research partnership, with this company called DeepMind that they have been partnering for a while. DeepMind partners with various tech organizations, and now the CEO of Google and the CEO of DeepMind have released statements about this new partnership that will help them research deeper in the AI space and come out with solutions that might benefit both the organizations. An important news from Meta, especially if you are a non-profit church or a ministry focusing on the youth ministry space, then this is something you might want to pay attention to. Meta has announced that they are opening up access of their social VR, virtual reality space called Horizon Worlds, to teenagers in US and Canada. And the age group of this new audience is going to be 13 to 17-year-olds. As you can imagine, ever since this news started floating around in February 2023, they have been facing pressure from lawmakers and child rights activists to stop this and not move forward because of the various implications that it might have on teenagers. But in spite of it, last week they have made the announcement that they are going ahead. Something for you to look at if you're a ministry focusing on teenagers. Did you know that we have a private online WhatsApp broadcast group? If you are not yet aware of it, then you might want to scan this QR code and join our broadcast group. This is a one-way communication from us to you. You will not be able to communicate in the group with anybody else, or anybody else won't be able to communicate with you. In fact, no one can even see each other except the admins and the subscribers. So it's a private group, it's an online group, and it's a one-way communication. We started this because we wanted to have a space where we can share with you news and trends. Apart from this 5 news items, we share this as well, but apart from this, there's a lot going on in the tech space. So if you're interested in learning more about some of the breaking news, some of the insights, sometimes I share strategy on the group and so on, then this is a good community to be part of. This is exclusively for church and non-profit and ministry leaders and media team members. So if you're interested to be part of this closed community, then I welcome you to come and join us. You can scan this QR code to be part of the broadcast group. WhatsApp continues to add new features to the app. Last week, they announced a new feature called Keep in Chat. This is a sub feature of an existing facility called disappearing messages. If you're a WhatsApp user, you know that disappearing messages can be sent between users, and the user will be able to open it just once, and then once the timer runs out, the message will vanish from their screen. Now, the recipient has an option called keep in chat. Even though you've sent a disappearing message, they can request you to allow them to keep it. So the moment they make the request, as a sender, you will have a notification saying, can you allow them to keep it? And only if you approve, it's going to be retained. This is sort of the opposite to what a disappearing message is, but I'm guessing WhatsApp just wants to keep things flexible. Ethereum Name Service, ENS, is an organization that lets you book a domain name with an extension .eth, which has multiple uses for the Web3 space. Now, ENS has partnered with MoonPay, which is one of the Web3 payment organizations, which also offers fiat currency payment, which means you can use regular bank accounts and non-cryptocurrencies to make payments and book your domain name. If you as an organization have not thought about or checked out the options to book a ENS domain name for your ministry, then this might be a good opportunity for you to do that, even if you do not have a crypto or a wallet set up. If you have any questions or need more details about any of the stories we talked about, especially about the ENS domain, how to book it and so on, then do leave us a comment wherever you're listening to me, or simply DM me at Natchi Lazarus on Instagram or Twitter. We'll make sure we get you all the information. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected and stay blessed.